Yo, welcome to No Stupid Questions, where there are none stupid questions. So yeah, we're gonna try to answer the questions to the best of our ability with our own knowledge, or at least my own knowledge. I have a conservative friend who asked if I knew anyone I could set him up on a date with, as he told me he hasn't been having any luck in a while. Should I tell him that his personal views are a huge turnoff for most women of our age/generation? Hello Reddit. I have this friend. I went to college and studied abroad with him, so he's decently educated and has lived outside the USA for a while. When he graduated, he moved out of the city into more of a rural suburban setting, working remote 5 days per week. I've noticed his views progressively separating from much of his peers. Since COVID, he's gone down a bit of a rabbit hole with a lot of right-wing ideologies. I made a comment about how expensive groceries are getting, and he just blurts out because Biden is a fucking idiot and anyone who voted for him is an idiot. I commented back that the global economy is a very complex topic, and blaming whoever happens to be sitting in office isn't a fair reasoning, nor saying the people who voted for him are dumb. He just said ever since Sleepy Joe has been in office, the world has been going to shit, and you cannot change my mind that not these dumb liberals. That's just one example. He's had similar outbursts on topics ranging from Roe v. Wade, poverty, women's rights, problems with police and violence in our community, etc. I wanted to go look at a car in the city and ask if he wanted to tag along. He told me if I would be cutting my life short by going to that town, as it's crime infested, I'm most likely to get shot. I live in that city. He's recently opened him up to me, and he told me he's been pretty lonely and the dating apps aren't doing it for him. He's tried to approach girls, but before he gets shut down and ghosted on a frequent occasion. He asked if I had any friends I could set him up with, as I'm a fairly big extrovert. I just told him I didn't know of anyone that would vibe with him super well, which wasn't a complete lie. Many of our mutual friends have started uninviting him to certain events, and his overall demeanor isn't very enjoyable to be around. I don't know if I should heart to heart with him and tell him that these views he's adopted make him very unattractive to most people in our field and friend group, or should I just leave him be and possibly wait for some girls to tell him? Help me, Reddit. He's your friend. I mean, if you guys have been friends for a while, then just tell him. It doesn't really matter. At least in my opinion, just tell him that what you think is wrong. I'm not gonna say what I think he should do to help get girls. Actually, fuck it, why not? My idea is that he doesn't really have to change his ideas, just don't be so loud with him. That's probably why people find him annoying. Not even that he has all the beliefs, but he's just being annoying about them. So yeah, just tell him. It would probably be best if you told him that. Any reason why fuck around and find out is suddenly popular? Not just that phrase, but wordplay using that phrase is all over the place. I don't use social media. I go to old.reddit.com to use Reddit. It's message board to me, and I haven't heard quite as much of it in the real world. But in every sub on Reddit, there's always comments about fucking around and finding out, or getting to find out phrase, or utilizing a flashlight to find a fuck within the dark, or catching a case of FAFO. I'm too young for whatever the hell that is. Something or somebody famous used the phrase recently, and now everybody is saying it. Reminds me of when legit became the go-to term in my 20s. I'm a few weeks away from 40, and fuck around to find out has always been something people have said, but recently it is the thing to comment enough to make me take notice and eventually ask this question. I'm just gonna say it's probably a confirmation bias by you. At least from what I see, it's probably just confirmation bias. I don't think it's been used way more. At least ever since I was probably in middle school, I've noticed the term used. I don't think it's suddenly got recently crazy popular, but also people are just angrier, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I don't think it's really become that and more popular than it used to be. Please subscribe. If you could do that, that would make me very happy. I would be very happy. I'd shit my pants because I'd be so happy. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe to the video. I'm making a new channel called Karma. It's just Karma. Check it out. Sometime I'm gonna post a video on there at some point. Like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Back to the video. My best friend claims that if I'm not spending at least $15K on my wedding, I'm being selfish and depriving my guests, 35 people, of appropriate food and drink. He says I owe it to those who are coming. I don't want to go into crazy debt for one very special day. Can I get your thoughts on this? It's not a destination wedding. My friend says I'm being unreasonably cheap, but is providing no ideas when I ask where the money should come from. Do folks really expect the absolute best food and wine, etc. at every wedding they attend? No, your friend's just being either greedy or just bitchy for no reason. It doesn't really matter. Spend as much or as little as you want, as long as it's remember, it is your day, so it doesn't matter how much you spend on it, because it's your day. No one else should get to really say on that. That's just my opinion, though. People might not agree, but I think that weddings are fucking too expensive. Everyone's like, yeah, I'm gonna spend 30K on my wedding. This is a smart idea. Yeah, go into debt so you can get a funky looking dress and suit to kiss each other one time. Even if you're like hardcore Christian, you're like, oh no, this is important to God. It's like, you still don't need to go into debt for it. God would not want you to go into debt to fucking do a wedding, but that's just my opinion. Is it impolite to take a shit at people's homes? So yesterday I was at my friend's house and I said to him I need to go to the toilet. He said to me, no, you're not going to take a shit at my house. It's impolite. Like, can I have control on this? No, let me. He said, no, you don't drop at someone's house. Like, it's a toilet. It serves for this. I didn't have a choice to drop my H-bomb at the nearest gas station. What's your thoughts about this? It's weird that you need to go to the restroom at someone else's house. That's weird, bro. Like, come on. But yeah, obviously he's just being a bit complainy or whiny or whatever. It's not rude to take a shit at someone else's house. If you gotta go, you gotta go. That's why there's like toilets everywhere, and there's like not a specific toilet place for like every city or something, because you can't just hold it. That's not how it works, and that's also not healthy to do. Why is taking your wife's last name as a man looked down upon? I've seen a lot of men say that they lose respect for a man who takes their wife's last name or some such, and I have no idea why. Am I the only one who's heard this and thought it was the dumbest thing? I have no idea why people think this way. Anyway, anyone want to inform me on this? It's just because it's, you're the manly man, and it's the good Christian thing to do for your wife to take your name. But that's just on like American culture for the most part. From my understanding, there's like other countries don't always like do that. I mean, you don't have to do that in America either. Like if your group of friends say, oh, you're weird for taking your last name, that they're weird for worrying about it so much. So yeah, there you go, do what you want. My uncle paid me $1,000 more than I asked for. Should I return the money? My uncle is a contractor and hired me as his cleaning subcontractor. My job was to clean up one of his sites after the carpenters. I quoted $960, or enough to pay 3 guys $20 an hour for 3 days. We finished cleaning the site in 2 days, handed me a wad of hundreds. I didn't count, but when I deposited the money, I found out he gave me $2,000. I told him. He said I lowballed. The contract should have been $2,500. He called me a dumbass. Oh, well, then deserved. A good ending. This is the good ending. Yeah, you lowballed him so hard that he had to call you a dumbass. Jesus. All right, party people. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Yeah, I'll go watch another video, or go check out my other channel and subscribe to it before I even bring out my first video, because that would be funny. Thank you. Have a great day.